Talk, back with episode 2 of the Pavis Perspective. It's our podcast series. We normally do have a guest with us, whether it be a fan or it was Lee Curtis, wasn't it, on the first one. We've kind of taken this one to put our points across, like give our opinions on what's currently going on, and maybe ask you who you'd like to see. Maybe it be a fan that we do on a regular, maybe it be someone new, like a guest, maybe like an ex-player, Charlie Slater maybe, anyone.
Yeah, anyone, literally anyone.
So if you'd like to let us know in the comments, any ideas for who you'd like to see on the podcast with us.
Yeah, also, thank you to everyone that has already subscribed, because since we started the channel, it's been absolutely fantastic. If you haven't already, please do. It only takes a couple of seconds and it helps us out massively, doesn't it?
It does, yeah.
So that would be absolutely fantastic if we could just get everyone to do that. Should we start?
Yeah, so we're just going to generally talk about current ongoing. Yeah. So I'd like to start off with our current form. We've obviously, since the start of the season, massively turned in form. We're playing well. It's very positive around the ground when we're at home. We could probably play a little bit better away, but it's kind of to be expected that it's going to be tougher on the road, isn't it?
We've always said that, and I've said it through every video.
Yeah.
Win your home games, draw your away.
Yeah.
That is, like, it's a massive cliche, isn't it? And it surrounds football all the time. But if you win those home games, you're sorted. Like, I thought Meadow Lane was going to be a place where people were excited to come and maybe step up a bit. But you've got a couple of players even saying that actually people beat them before they've even stepped foot on the pitch.
Yeah, you can well imagine it as well. You know, players such as your smaller grounds where they're averaging like 400-500 because they're
Wood, etc.
Yeah, they're going to come to Notts where it's 4,000 or 5,000, and they might cripple under the pressure, and they might be thinking about it in the days leading up to it. So there will be a few players that they probably will be beaten just before they get to the game.
Yeah, I think the main thing is this clean sheet business that we've got going on.
Yeah.
Now, we let it go on against Belper, and I predicted that would happen.
Yeah.
Just seemed to be something in the cup, didn't it? And with those 1,700 travelling fans that were amazing. But
I think we can still get away with it though.
Yeah.
In the league.
Yeah, in the league. But
not conceding
what
in the league.
What I was going to say about the Belper thing, it's the screamer from like 25, 30 yards.
We said it, didn't we? You can't save it. And
it's not really like we've been ripped apart.
I think if anything, conceding a goal like that, as biased as it may sound, it kind of looks good on your defence, because they've had to shoot from a long range to score a goal, so they've not had a look in close off. So, but like we said, you're gonna get the odd goal.
You've fully seen it though. You've seen it like from the Fylde game, Dagenham game, and Torquay game. Teams can only get shots away at the minute from like 30 yards.
Yeah.
They can't whip a ball in and win it in the air because they've got Turner and Rawlinson.
Yeah.
They can't even get down the flanks really because we've got Brindley and Bakayoko playing so well.
Yeah.
They can't pass through the middle because we've got players breaking up the play, and we've got centre backs that are just on form at the minute. Like they've got to take pop shots from like distance, and it's working wonders at the minute.
Yeah. When you look, you have to praise Oddly. I think when you look at the likes of what he was dealing with last season from set pieces, like it just seemed to be such a bogey, didn't it? When they got a set piece, you're almost thinking we're going to concede here, and now it's just turn a Rawlinson and get rid of it, or even McCrory. Like McCrory gets in the mix and clears it on the occasion.
And I think you see the bodies on the line at the end of the Belper game.
Yeah.
That last second, like people saying, "Oh, it's not good enough." Belper getting the chance in the last couple of minutes. It's a cup tie, and they've got nothing to lose. And you see every team in the world, whether it's I don't know Arsenal in the Prem playing a League One club, your performances drop. And it's I don't know what it is, if it's psychological. It does happen in football, and it's complacency, but I think it's like unconscious complacency. Like you don't mean to do it, you just play differently. So Belper always going to get chances, but what was so impressive was that a game against Belper where we knew, okay, we would have taken it to a replay and Notts probably would have won the replay 2 or 3-0. Players are like diving in, getting hit in the face. McCrory was like putting everything on the line to ensure that Notts' home form stays like amazing.
And even that, like compare that to last season where players weren't doing that. And Les Brett actually mentioned it as well, where we'd score a goal last season and no one would celebrate. When you contrast that to this season, like when we score, there's a group of like all 11 of them are hugging each other, and it's so nice to see as a Notts fan to see that team spirit.
I think for me something that's massive in this team and I think this shows so much. Like, got to give so much credit to Ardley. Is that, can you remember the back end of Nolan's time?
Yeah.
And it was long ball Nolan, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Especially in the season when we lost in the playoffs. If one of our strikers, Stead or Amiobi, didn't win the ball, it was straight back. Him bringing Wootton in takes so much pressure off the defence, and it is a defence with Turner, who is Asian there, and like, he is quite old, but it gives that defence time to set again.
Yeah.
And it get like it can't be underestimated what happens when Wootton, the ball sticks at his feet.
Yeah, it can't. You're absolutely right. And Wootton has been an incredible signing, hasn't he?
Oh yeah, he's for me. I think we said it on a video. I think I said, "Oh, I'm not too sure about Wootton."
We both did. Like, his first couple of games, like, I remember seeing the first games. I can't remember who it was against. I can't remember, but we was looking at the performance, and then we was looking back at his stats at Scunthorpe and his loan deals, and you sort of thinking, why has Ardley signed this guy? And you look now, a few weeks later, and it's like, he's probably our best player.
I don't care if he doesn't score again this season.
Yeah, no, yeah,
because
that's
I know
what I mean.
he'll be that good.
I think that comes down to it, though, doesn't it? Where you can't really read in too much to stats, because you're not. It's like the game on Saturday. Like, people, a few Notts fans I know that I saw today were saying, "Oh, we scraped it then," but
Yeah.
we didn't. We really didn't scrape it. It could have been easily been 5 or 6-0, 5 or 6-1. Sorry. It was just their keeper.
Unreal.
He was unreal. We should have had a couple of penalties, maybe. There was a claim for up to 4 penalties, but I think a couple of them were. Yeah, I agree, yeah.
I want to touch on that. I don't think I've had my chance to really say it in one of our videos. But the referee refed the occasion and not the game on Saturday.
A lot of people said the same thing.
Absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
Like, I don't want to be being harsh, but that's the worst ref I've seen at Meadow Lane for a long time.
Yeah, you seem to be very biased towards Belper, I think.
Like, it because it was their big day.
Yeah.
But overall, I think referees have been decent, this season.
Yeah,
they have been alright.
Yeah, there's been a few where you kind of forget they're there, and that's perfect, I think, for a referee to forget that they're there. But that one on Saturday he just seemed to give everything to Belper. I think he gave us a free kick at one point, and it was like everyone was going crazy because he's not giving us anything for ages.
Well, I've got my phone on here, just waiting for the cup draw as it comes in. So it's in, and we'll travel to either Ebbsfleet or Woking in the first round. That's probably that's one of the ones I just didn't want. Another team in our division, an away trip to them. It's disappointing.
Yeah, it is disappointing, but I still think we're going to go there all guns blazing.
It is a passage to the next round, isn't it?
Yeah.
Ebbsfleet obviously not in fantastic form. Woking in started off in decent form.
Yeah.
We put a poll out, didn't we, earlier, and it was interesting. So we said, who would you like in the next round if these were the 4 options? A big team like Sunderland, Pompey, someone like that. A derby like Mansfield. A team lower league than us, home or away. And I think a team lower than us at home came out on top, and I think a team lower than us away came out last.
Yeah.
And that's pretty much what that is.
Yeah, no, it's not what you want, is it? You want the cup to be exciting, but you also want to go far. So I think it is finding that balance. I do think we can beat both those teams. It'll obviously be a bit harder away from home, but I think if we get a good cup run going, and we get a decent team in the next round, like, because Ardy said you want to play like you're a league club and not go out in the first round.
Well, championship teams enter from round 2.
Yeah.
So if we get through this round, championship teams away, knock Forest out, get to round 3.
Yeah, that'd be great for us, wouldn't it? Just anything like that. Just, you got to think of revenue for Notts as well. Like, if we get a home game to like a Mansfield or a Lincoln, like you say, Forest.
There's some huge teams in that division.
That'd be a sellout. That would. Home. Think of the revenue for Notts. Like, that would be a massive push.
Home tied to Leeds.
Yeah, like they'd fill out the ground, wouldn't they?
They would. Like, there's so many teams in that division. Like West Brom, pretty good. Birmingham would bring loads. Yeah. I think the Championship, there's loads of good teams.
Even Preston and everyone.
Yeah, there's loads of good teams like in the vicinity of the Midlands, and even like Yorkshire teams would travel to Notts for an FA Cup tie.
Yeah, absolutely.
Even teams in not so bigger than some of the teams in League 1, 2, and
possibly Championship. You could argue that. Yeah, definitely.
We were having that debate, weren't we, of teams, but like Notts are an attractive proposition for an away fan. think, definitely.
Yeah, I think we was going to touch on it, weren't we? That kind of falls into like the whole PK business, doesn't it?
Yeah, that's what I wanted to talk about. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was rumoured over the summer, but not many people had heard that rumour. But it did come out, didn't it, a couple of weeks back, that PK wanted to buy Notts and sort of use it as a bit of a, like, as I understand it, a feeder club, wasn't it?
Yeah. So I think the story was that PK had seen the mess that Notts were in with Hardy, and he thought, right, I'll come in and get this club. And what he said attracted him to the club was their history, which is great. But then it didn't really add up to what he was talking about, because then he said he wanted to use it as a training base almost for young Spanish players. What's your take on that though?
Initially, you think, oh, PK, that's great, don't you? Like you just hear the big name and you think, oh, when you obviously compare it to Alan Hardy as well, you'd have been happy with it, I think, but it would have just ended up being like a feeder club for like maybe like higher up in our league, higher up in England or the Spanish leagues, and I don't think it'd be so much a case of let's make this club better. It'd be let's make these players better, and that's not what you really want from an owner, is it?
I think it would have been terrible for Notts.
Yeah, I do as well. And you look at the ownership we have now in the Reitz brothers, you can't really ask for much better. It seems pretty foolproof. They're football minded. They've done well by the club. They've got us back in with Forest. We're using their training ground. So you look at if we get promotion this season, maybe getting a few of their players on loan next season. It's building those bridges that were burnt. I think is very good, and they've shown massive levels of professionalism.
Yeah, I think it would have been shocking to have PK in, but touching back on our current owners, we were talking to Les Brad like prior to the video, weren't we?
Yeah.
After the Belper game, and he was complimenting them so much. He said the things they've done for us, still not sorted the scoreboard out. That's bugging me, but
it bugs me as well. It's like I don't know what's going on with it. You're hearing it's like a software thing that's hard to sort out, but there must be a software engineer somewhere that can sort our scoreboard out. Because it's getting to a point where you could go to any round, probably 2 leagues below us, and they've all got scoreboards.
Well, it's the same joke every week around us.
Yeah.
They're just saying, it's 45 plus 1 because
the Tetley.
The Tetley's thing next
board.
to it.
Yeah. Like it is annoying. But that scoreboard was good as well, to be fair, because you could text in on it, couldn't you? And they'd read out your message.
Yeah.
And put your message in.
Well, not good enough, but if they fix that, I'll be fully supportive. But at the minute, 95% supportive.
I'm about 97 and a half.
Can't back the club at the minute. Boycott games. But Les Brad was so positive about them. He and we heard the comment about best camaraderie since the 70s, and we thought to ourselves, we've had some decent seasons since, especially recently, like the one under 9 where we did get to the playoffs. Surely camaraderie, but he said no, 100%. I think
I do agree. When he first put it, I thought, but now you look at it, you look at the likes of when we were promoted into League One. It was the Munter finance season, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So you had players that were playing in League Two that shouldn't have been in League Two. They were probably being paid ridiculous money. Where you look at the players we've got this season, they're probably on average wage that they would be on elsewhere. So they're there more for the club and not for financial gain. So to see that togetherness in a team that's not having money thrown at them, to me means a little bit more than seeing that from a team that's just getting rich from it as well.
Yeah, you can tell, we've said it, you can tell in the goal celebrations, they love it.
Yeah.
You remember Enzio's first goal at Med Lane this season? He ran all the way over to Ardley.
Yeah.
And that was a few games in. I think the players are buying into Ardley now. And I think one of the best things to do, and I don't know if this was put out officially, but it was going around that the new owners said Ardley's got the season no matter what.
Yeah.
That's the best thing to do.
It was rumoured, wasn't it?
Because then players think to themselves, oh, hang on, it doesn't matter what I do, this guy's here, so we need to play for him. Not that they don't like him, but I think it's a good thing to do. You don't see clubs backing managers like they should do.
Yeah, no, I agree. I think managers aren't given long enough anymore.
No.
I'm very, very glad that he was given the time. I was behind Ardley. I did like him. I mean, you could argue that last season he had long enough to sort it, but I don't necessarily agree with that. I think he walked into a bit of a ticking time bomb.
The whole thing was in an absolute state.
Yeah, like everything, just everything that could have gone wrong last season did, and it was just all against him. But this season, he's had the new owners come in. It looks bright. He's brought in 14 players. Like even now, even when he's bringing in 14 players, I was starting to think that's a bit too many. But you look now, and it's like he's actually got players fighting for their position.
Yeah, he has, and the feel-good factors around the whole club. It's amazing to go to a game, like especially in the past, well since the Fylde game really, where we've had the 3 home games, Dagenham, Torquay and Belper after that. Every fan is smiling, laughing and joking. Yeah. We walk up the steps to our seats, and obviously we're in the same seats every week. You start to notice the people. Everyone's like, "Oh, you alright?
Yeah.
How you doing?" Everyone's talking to everyone. Like,
yeah, it feels really communal all of a sudden.
It's amazing. Yeah, it's such a good feeling. Like, it's something not something I've had for a long time. You start to get some, like, I don't know, you just get to know
the people sat around you and stuff.
Yeah, whereas in previous years it's been doom and gloom. No one's wanted to speak, and I don't know. The one thing I do hope is that there's not that sense of expectation now where we're going to carry on and get first place, because we're still a club that you can't be disappointed if you miss out on the playoffs. I don't think.
No, you can't. I don't think you can. But at the run of form we're on at the moment, I think if we can keep that up to a certain degree, we should definitely try and push for first. Now, I know there's no talks of it, and Ollie doesn't want to put that pressure on himself and the team, but you'd like to think the calibre of players we have, like I said it to James in the chat after the game against Belper, we obviously had the 7 subs, and you look at all 7 subs and think, if they're in the starting lineup, you wouldn't mind. It's just quality. Yeah. Quality everywhere.
I mean, you've got people left out most games that would be on the starting 11 for some of the teams. Tyson.
Exactly, yeah.
Tyson doesn't really get on the bench, left out. Crawford could be in a few teams.
Who did he play for last season, Crawford? Was it Fylde?
Fylde, I think.
And
I'm sure it was Fylde.
He played a few games for them, I think. And
played quite a lot. He came on in the cup on the final at Wembley.
Yeah, the FA Trophy. Yeah, exactly. So he's another proven player that obviously played last season in the National League, and he's not even getting a look in at all. But
Tuchel would be a starter for 85% of teams in this league.
Yeah, I'd love to know what's going on with him. You're never going to know either. I just think he has the quality.
I don't know. I don't know if it's Ardley or something else. I think we've seen the last of him. If he couldn't even get on the, he wasn't on the bench against Belper, was he?
No.
If he's not getting on the bench against Belper, the real last opportunity is the FA Trophy. If he can't even get in an FA Trophy squad, he's gone.
Yeah,
absolutely gone. But Ardley was talking about, said it in a roundabout way about him going to need to lower the asking prices of wages and things. You wonder if that relates to Tuchel and that he wants to get him off the books.
But I hope not. I think he's very much liked, isn't he?
But we said, didn't we? We literally sat here in the pre-season, and we said players that are definitely going to start for Notts next season, and we put like Tuchel, Jim O'Brien, Hemmings. Like we had those. Like
even in our previews for the first couple of games.
Honestly, would you put Tuchel now ahead of Brindley?
No.
Would you put Tuchel ahead of Kelly Evans? No, you're not. Not at the minute. No. So he's not going to get in.
No.
And even if you think, he could play as a makeshift left back, would you put him ahead of Bakayoko?
No.
Would you put him ahead of McCrawley? No. He's not getting in the team.
No, he's not.
Even when there wasn't any, even Christian Oxlade-Chamberlain has had a start this season. That says something.
Yeah, it's concerning, I think, for him. It makes you wonder what will happen to him, whether he'll go out on loan. I don't know how long he's got left on his contract either.
No, but that's something that I think we held hope out for a while.
Yeah. But you look at, we've put a few players out on loan, haven't we? Like Declan Dunn, he's gone out on loan for a month, I believe.
Yeah.
Who was it to?
Grantham, isn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Romeo Campbell.
Yeah, now Romeo Campbell, I think given a season, even Declan Dunn, given a season somewhere where they're getting solid minutes in a competitive game, I think that will benefit them massively, especially Declan Dunn, because he was actually into the team at the start of this season. He was on the bench a couple of times. He played pre-season. I think he played most of the pre-season. He actually captained one of the games in pre-season.
Was it Ipswich?
I think it was, yeah. So he's obviously a player that Ollie does like, but again, he's young. He's actually very young. I think he's like 18 or 19. So I think he will benefit, but I'm led to believe that he was playing more of an attacking mid-role at the weekend. So he's a bit out of position. But these players, when they're at this age, like you can try them in these different positions, I think, because they might not be working into a squad in their position that they currently play in. But who's to say when he plays at Grantham, he finds a different role and he's the better player. That's why it's always good for young players to go out and learn to maybe drop down a couple of leagues, but it just helps massively. I look at Grealish. He dropped down Aston Villa in the Championship, weren't they?
Yeah.
So he dropped down 2 leagues to come to Notts. Bear in mind he's like 17, 18. Now he's in the Prem, firing it.
So smashing it. Team of the week, I think he got in this week. Like,
yeah, exactly.
Unbelievable. Something else I want to touch on then, very quickly before we move on, is the attendances.
Oh yeah.
Now this was something at the start of the season I couldn't tell you what was going to happen with attendances. I thought some games you're going to be lucky to get 2,000. What do you make of them so far?
Well, they're the best in the league, aren't they?
I think so.
Yeah, they are. We've got the best average attendance in the league. I think closely followed by Wrexham. As much as I hate to accept it, I think a lot of the fan base at the moment is down to a lot of what Hardy did while he was Hardy did while he was there.
There's still repercussions of that.
No, I think because he did a lot of like £2 games.
Oh right.
I think he got a lot of fans in like that, and obviously because it's been controversial, as much as going down isn't what you want to do, fans are willing to come and watch like a relegation battle. Like some of the gates at the end of last season were like 7,000, and it was just a normal game. So I think fans are interested in that, and because they're doing well now, I think we're going to attract more fans. But yeah, it's been better than I thought. I did think it had dropped down a bit, to be fair.
Because they closed the top of the Kop, and I thought it was for like atmosphere reasons to test that out, but I found out it was due to like staffing problems and things. And I saw somebody actually on Twitter had said that, unpopular opinion, but they want
Ralph Shepherd on it.
Want the Kop.
They don't
top
mind it being
ship permanently. I don't agree with that.
I
don't think the atmosphere is very good against Bopa. And imagine if they'd have bought like, I don't know, if they were a team of that size and they were 250 miles away, they would have bought about 100, 200 fans. The atmosphere would have been absolutely terrible on Saturday.
Yeah, I do think it's probably just weighed out, wasn't it? So you've probably got a set amount of fans, not fans, sorry, like stewards and stuff that have to like, obviously per fan, and they're probably more in the away end than they were in the Kop, so it's probably just easier to police it. But you looked at the attendance and it was 5,200, so it's one of the higher attendances I've had this season, and for the top of the Kop to be shut, I found that a bit strange, but there's obviously a reason behind it. I don't think they just do that for no reason.
What, shutting the Kop? It was because of staff problems, yeah it was.
That's strange though, isn't it?
Yeah, I'm not sure what happened, but yeah, I think there's room for growth. And I think
what, with attendance?
Yeah, we missed out on the record, didn't we? Did we get 9,000 odd, and the record was 11,000. Yeah. If we tried that again in April time, we maintain our position. We beat it.
Because I think we smash it.
Yeah, that's something that
maybe do it against the club as well that have a bit of a better following. Because I think they still only bought like 100 and something fans.
Yeah, I mean, you got some decent clubs coming. You could have done it against Wrexham.
In a business like mine, though, it doesn't make sense.
No.
Do you know what I mean? Like, you look at, if you were to do that against Wrexham, where they're bringing 1,500, they're all paying 20 quid, but you to do it and then make them pay 3 quid. In a business sense, it doesn't make sense to do that.
I agree with that, yeah.
But at the same time, if we broke the record, it'd nice to be in the history books, wouldn't it?
Yeah, and it just brings, it's the opportunity of new fans, which is great.
I think a big one for Notts is students. You look at Nottingham as a whole, you've got, there's the new college being built in town near Broadmarsh in there at the moment. There's Uni of Nottingham. There's Nottingham Trent University. So there's 2 universities. They should do a student ticket or a student season ticket, or at Christmas do like a student half season ticket.
True, yeah.
Because you can entice so many students in that you may get a lifetime fan out of. I just think it makes sense to me, but
yeah, that is true.
But I am happy with the season ticket we got with the 21 to 25. That was a big drop in price, wasn't it?
That was great, and we've already surpassed
what we'd have been paying.
What would have been paying. So great incentive, that one.
Yeah.
Right, something I've wanted to do a video on. especially as the run's going. So I'm going to pose a few questions to you. So we'll go player of the season so far.
Wharton.
Wharton player of the season. Okay.
What about you?
Ben Turner.
It's a
Player of the
shout.
season.
You could have said Ben Turner, you could have said Slocum.
Could have said Woodson. You could have said, who else could we have added in there? Well, if he wasn't injured, I think Jim O'Brien was a shout. Dennis. We haven't even mentioned Dennis.
Yeah, it's tough to he's a good player, really, Dennis, but it's tough to mention someone that's coming off the bench.
He should have had 10 goals on Saturday.
Yeah. He should have had a few more goals.
So player of the season, Turner and Woodson.
Yeah.
Okay. This is going to be tricky. Goal of the season.
Oh, I think it's quite easy.
You think it's easy?
Brindley. There's been a few screamers, but Brindley's is...
I know Brindley's was amazing.
Incredible.
But Dennis is against Chorley where he's got his back to goal, there's no danger. And he spins on it and puts it bottom corner with minimal effort. That's unreal for me.
Yeah, no, we got a few banging goals against Chorley, didn't we, to be fair?
We did, 4 of the 5 were great goals.
No, I think Brindley though. Just the effort, and the keeper was stranded.
I think when I saw it on someone had recorded it in the stand. When I saw that recording, and you could see it sets outside. It's like Roberto Carlos's free kick. Sets outside and it bends in. I'm going to agree with you with that one, Brindley.
Mm-hmm.
But the technique of Dennis's against Chorley.
There's a long list of goals from this season.
Thomas's against Chorley was good, but it was just a smash.
Enzio's against Barnet.
Yeah, that was decent.
Goal as well.
That was good.
His goal of the weekend was good, to be fair. I won't say goal of the season, but it's still a good goal.
Oh, yeah, there's so many.
Yeah.
You could have your goal. You could stop the goal of the season now, and you'd still have more than other teams would have.
I don't know if Vanarama do a goal of the season. They must do.
It's just going to be nuts.
It's Brindley though, isn't it?
It is Brindley.
It's going to be Brindley. You look at the types of Instagram pages that were posting it. There was Instagram page with 3 million followers. I can't remember the names off the top of my head, but when you've got Instagram pages posting videos like that of National League football, you know it's a special.
Well, on Twitter when you get the video and it says at the bottom how many views.
Yeah, it's over 900,000.
No, I saw it at over 1 million.
There you
over
go.
1 million views for a Notts goal recorded on someone's phone. That's amazing.
I don't think anyone's ever done anything at Notts and had 1 million views.
No. No. Player of this. Oh, we've done player of the season, haven't we? Sorry. Performance of the season. Now I know you're a big fan of the Wrexham first half, especially the whole game, but you can't. Surely you can't give it that.
The Wrexham performance for me was the best at its time.
Yeah.
Because of the turn of performances. We started the season, it was a bit give or take, wasn't it? We was a bit ropey at the start, but you can see the Wrexham performance was sort of see it falling together. But I'm actually going to say, for me, best performance was against Belper. Never, ever have I seen Notts go 1-0 down and not panic to a lower league team.
Belper, best performance of the season?
Yeah. Honestly. That's contrary. Mate, honestly though, you think about the way we played, we stuck to the game plan, we stayed well formed, it should have been 6 or 7, we could have scored loads more. And I know they're a few leagues below us and we should play better against them, but there's the Notts that I know would have gone 1-0 down and crippled under the pressure, but we didn't. We showed resilience, I think. We got that goal before half time and we should have got 4 or 5 in the second half, but it just didn't go that way. We still won the game, and even I think Ardley said it as well, it's one of the best performances we've had. But I suppose when you compare it to the likes of who we were playing, it's tough to say that.
I mean, you sold it to me well there.
It's true though.
It is.
Everything else
it is,
true.
And I agree. But I agree on this point as well, that if Notts had panicked and lost that, even though it's a cup game and it has no bearing on the league,
the wheels could have fell off.
Yeah, it could have. So yeah, I'm gonna go.
Torquay was good.
Torquay, that's what I was going to say. Torquay. I just think Torquay were one place above us, and they didn't get a sniff.
No, yeah, they really didn't.
They really didn't. It was so comfortable.
Yeah, the pleasing thing about that as well, we both thought that was a good performance. And Audley's come out and said that he wasn't overly happy with the performance. So if he's not happy with a performance like that, he's obviously got high standards, which is very impressive, I think. So it makes you wonder, have we seen the best yet?
I'm surprised you didn't say performance this season at home to Solihull.
Oh, it was a shocking game.
That for me, that was worth my £180 season ticket. Stunning fixture.
I tell you what, like, on the night, yeah, you're coming away. It's a Tuesday night.
It felt like
it was absolutely dreadful, right? But they sat deep. They had 9 men behind the ball at all time. We couldn't break them down.
Honestly,
and they were doing the same as every other team, shooting.
I actually felt like I came away from that game feeling like Notts had lost 1-0.
Yeah,
I had the same feeling as a 1-0. It was the worst game of football, and it just left me deflated. Like,
when you sit back and look at it now, they're like, it wasn't a bad performance.
No.
It was just a bad game of football.
Yeah, it was, but it was absolutely shocking. Right, final one for me is, you kind of touched on it when you spoke about Wrexham, moment of the season. Do you know what I'm going to say? Moment of the season, celebration after Brynjar's goal. Yeah. Everyone crowding, like people in the stands couldn't believe what they'd seen. Like all the players together. For me, that's moment of the season.
Osborne's goal. Who was that against? I'm terrible for remembering stuff like that.
I know.
But that looked like a good. We weren't there, but obviously with him being a Nottingham lad, you could see it meant a lot to him. He was buzzing after the game when he was interviewed. He ran straight into the home fans, the away fans, and celebrated it with them. It looked like limbs at the away end, didn't it? And that looked like a good moment. But I'd agree in saying that the celebration after Brynjar's goal.
Dennis, 90th minute equaliser against Dover.
Yeah.
That's one of them when you're in the away end and you just don't care how it comes, and it's a good finish as well.
Yeah.
But we're going to have to mention that our match preview will be out on Thursday for the Chesterfield game. Now, if there's one weekend in the whole season we didn't want Chesterfield match to fall on, it was next weekend, wasn't it?
Yeah.
And neither of us can make the game, which we're absolutely gutted about.
Both away, aren't we?
Just.
It was the one game we had penned in as well, wasn't it? But it's the one weekend we had penned in that we're both going away.
So an absolute nightmare for that one.
But we'll definitely be there for the home fixture.
100%.
But luckily enough, it's on TV. So
yeah.
Even if you can't make it, obviously, you can see it on TV.
So hopefully we carry on that form against Chesterfield. I think if we can jump over that hurdle of a rivalry and still keep our calm, like you said, like we did against Belper, I think we're sorted.
Yeah, but that's about that, isn't it, really?
But as we've said, so this is sort of a podcast, where we wanted to give our opinions, because we don't get to do that other than the player ratings, really, because we're interviewing people, aren't we?
Yeah.
So next time we'll have a guest with us. Who would you like the guest to be? We've obviously had Lee Curtis. Would you like it to be a former player? Would you like it to be a fan chat regular that we have? Maybe Neil, Jordan, Luke, anyone. And we'll obviously look at these comments and we'll try and get that sorted for the next time.
Yeah.
But thank you very much for watching.
Thanks for watching.